Episode 131. Gentlemen, we're back. How's everybody? How's everybody's summer, Ben?
Jameson,
Can't
you can
complain.
go first.
Can't complain. It's been a good summer. It's been really good weather. It's been a lovely break from Sabres discourse. I very much needed it, so it's been a good summer.
It's been a little bit of a cool down. Yeah, I could agree with that. It's been a nice little vacation. I could see why a lot of these GMs go to their cabins just to decompress.
Christian, you especially. It's been a little bit of an extended break. Last time we recorded, it was just JP and I.
Oh yeah, when was that? Oh my God, I'm
trying
like
to
losing track of the weeks.
I just want to look back at the dates. I mean, I want to see the last time you would have recorded with us. Looks like it would have been the 8th of July. It's been over a month.
That was before I went to Florida. That was 2 days before I went to Florida.
Lucky guy.
Oh my goodness. It has been over a month. But yeah, like I said, can't complain. I've, been a couple of places here and there and, ready to get back into it a little bit. Maybe not entirely. My heart's not really in it yet. But once we hit October, it'll be 100% full forward.
I was going to ask, now that we're back, when we start talking, is this going to be the first that you've thought about the team in a minute, or have you had passing thoughts, or have you had a new thought come to mind over the past few weeks?
I mean, it's weird because when the season's going on, I'm thinking about the team constantly every day. You just live in it every single day. So I would say going back until when we started our little hiatus, I haven't really been thinking about them on a daily basis. The only thing I will say is that, I did listen to your last episode and I know how fired up JP got. He was heated. For some reason, I don't know if it's the cycle of grief or whatever it is. I'm just still in this positive headspace, and it might just be they've broken me to a point where it's just I don't care anymore. Well, it's not that I don't care, but it's weird. It's just I feel like I find myself defending them too much, and I'm just like, why am I doing this?
Did something good happen in your life? Are you seeing life in a new perspective?
No, I'm just
every challenge is a blessing now.
This challenge is not a blessing by any means. All I could say is just, I don't know. I didn't hate their off season. They could have obviously done more. What they did was good, close to closing in on maybe great, but it was not
closing in.
It was not close enough.
I gotta say,
somewhere between good and great.
This break has been much needed for me because obviously I ranted a lot. And I genuinely feel
back the rage bay for JP.
Yeah, I genuinely feel a lot better about the team now. Not I'm just I'm at peace. That was our off season. I'm just looking forward to the season now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to blame the players on for what the GM didn't do. So I'm just looking at the season now. But if you start saying shit that we had a great off season, I wasn't planning on getting this fired up at all. Genuinely,
It took all of 3.5 minutes.
I haven't really put serious thought into this team in some time. It's NFL's just getting going. It's prime fantasy draft season. The Red Sox have been a great story. So Joan and I have been following that a lot more than anything else. But I really haven't put much thought into them. So
all right,
I feel a lot. I don't know if I actually feel a lot better about I'll say I feel a lot better about the team now. I'm at peace with it. It doesn't change my opinion on the off season. I got it all out of me. So once we get into the season, I'm not going to be ranting about the off season anymore. It's over with. It is what it is. I don't think it was a good off season, but we got to look ahead.
Could I clarify what I meant by good closing in on great? What they did, I couldn't find a lot of with the moves that they made. I could not find a lot of negative with them.
That's
fair. Just wasn't enough. So that'll bring it back towards
even
the bad end of the
even the
spectrum.
Byram re-signing.
Listen,
because this was something that you did not get to give your take on.
I didn't, and I feel like you might. Do you know what my take is, Jonah, from what I've said in the past? Or like in our text threads or anything?
We do,
you do,
but the people listening may not.
All right. Well, if I have to give my take, I will. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. If you ask me, would I have rather had him traded? I would probably lean towards yes, but I don't hate the contract. I think Byram brings, I don't know, I wouldn't say he brings a stability to the top four, but I think he plays very nice with as a weapon for Rasmus Dahlin. As long as you keep him with him, I think he'll be okay. He's not going to see power play time. I highly doubt it, even though that's kind of what he wants. But I'm not upset with it. I really would have hoped that they could have upgraded their forwards using him as a trade piece. It's kind of what everyone was expecting for a while, and it never happened. And our list that we made, man, I don't even know if this was last episode or the episode before when we were just on Puckpedia looking at the depth chart. And we were like, oh, they're just going to slide Quinn into the top 6, and this is what we're going to be worried about. It's looking more and more accurate as to how our opening night
JP
lineup turns out.
We made the joke last episode that you could have graded their entire offseason day 2 of the draft. So, like, before free agency even opened. Because, like, if Justin Danforth isn't in the opening night lineup and, you know, assuming Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen's going to be starting in goal, their lineup was set on June, 28th or so? That was day 2 of the draft, something like that.
Yep.
I mean, not to relitigate because we've gone into detail. I mean, if you want a lot of, you know, the fireworks about the offseason, I mean, that was definitely in last episode because we basically
last few
had a feeling that they were done.
Honest.
You know, Byram was the last one.
Yeah,
he was the last chip.
Like I said, the last time I talked, like, there was a lot of ranting. There was a lot of discourse around some of my rants. All I will say is, to all the people who are hating on me, quite a few of the people are saying, hey, it's July. The offseason's not over. There hasn't been an NHL move made in 3 or 4 weeks. Like, the offseason was done.
Can I take a moment?
The first week of July.
Can I just take a moment? Can I gather all the insiders into, like, a circle and can I just raise a middle finger to all of them for teasing or supposedly teasing that this was going to be an unbelievable offseason, so many moves. I mean, what was the one, like, it was like Cam Robinson or someone was saying something the day of the draft. Like, if you people saw even if half the moves happened that I've been hearing about, your mind would be blown. And what was this? This was supposed to be the summer of the offer sheet because everybody had so much money, and there's been no offer sheets. It's, God.
There hasn't been moves in weeks. There hasn't
shouldn't be
even
mad
been
about it.
rumors in weeks. Like, it's...
No. Well, I mean, like, it's like Mason McTavish stuff. Or, I mean, there was, the Chinikov stuff a few weeks ago, but that has seemingly not gone
forgot about that. Oh,
yeah,
my God.
I mean, Columbus, I think Columbus had said that they were okay with, they weren't set on trading him, and I'm assuming they're not going to trade him because there's not been a single move. I mean, look at Pittsburgh. Like, Pittsburgh is still supposed to be the one team chasing after Gavin McKenna, and Rickard Rakell and Brian Rust are still on the roster, as is Erik Karlsson. They haven't done anything.
What are they cooking?
I think they're
just
trying
waiting
to
for...
appease. I think they're trying to appease Crosby a little bit.
It's probably partially it. They're probably also waiting for, like, a training camp injury, maybe. Like, that's the only thing I
they were pretty
of.
set on trading Rust to the Sabres. If they'd been dumb enough to give them the 9th overall pick, like, that was going to happen. So,
yeah,
whatever. Disappointing. Off-season league-wide.
First episode back in a while, JP's already calling out the haters. Not even 10 minutes in, guys.
I saw quite a few comments saying it's the first week of July. Like,
he reads
the
off
season isn't even over. It's like
he sees.
I do read the
he
comments.
Sees all of it.
It doesn't affect me.
keep
I think some of them are funny.
Come on, keep them coming. Come on.
No, I think they're funny.
The
I like the
guys can do.
discourse. even if you disagree with me, yeah, keep them coming. But I mean, I just saw quite a few saying it's the first week of July. This offseason's not over. There hasn't been moves in weeks. Like, respectfully, you're all wrong.
They did. They did just sign a new TV producer.
That's true.
Welcome home. God, I don't even know what his name is. I forgot.
I didn't even.
Sure.
He worked with the. I saw someone tweet he's worked in Arizona with the Diamondbacks and I think one of the other Arizona franchises. So he's very good at polishing a turd of a franchise.
I hope so. I do. I've had some, as somebody who's done broadcast like productions. I'm not in love with everything like the MSG does. So I guess it'll be interesting to see how much of it changes.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see another season of Rise energy drink thrown in our face every commercial and intermission.
Energy drink.
That had to be like one of the funniest parts of last season. Like you tune into the first broadcast in Prague, and Marty and Duffer are just like they're trying to like peek over like a mountain of Rise energy drinks like in their face. Like funny. Well, since the last time we recorded, there's been a few minor things. Most notably, Levi and Timmins were signing new contracts. Timmins, more notably, avoided arbitration. They signed him to a 2-year deal at $2.2 million per season, and Devon Levi also signing a 2-year deal at $812K. I was actually a little surprised they got him that low. Like some comparable contracts, like Yaroslav Askarov, for example, got I think a 2-year deal as well, and he got like $2.2 million. So definitely got Levi at a price that I guess was lower than I imagined it would have came in, but that is the minutia of Sabres activity that has happened over the last few weeks. So I don't know if you have any thoughts about those two, mostly housekeeping items that we knew would be figured out.
Yeah, it's small potatoes. It got done. Not upset by any of it.
Mm-hmm.
They're ready to go. Ready for training camp.
So should we talk about the actual huge news? The one that sent shockwaves throughout the city.
I have a hunch I know what you might be talking about.
I mean, it was a big deal. I mean, there were posters everywhere. There was an influencer event. There was a drone light show at the Bison's game to celebrate. And biggest of all, there was a press conference for this huge league-altering, city-altering news.
And Terry talked.
And we saw Terry in front of cameras at KeyBank Center for the first time since, it's been a little bit.
Well, it's technically Lindy.
That is true. But, big deal. KeyBank has extended their naming rights for the next 10 years. Wow!
Yay.
Oh, my God.
Yay.
Oh, my God.
Open the doors.
Oh, my God.
I'm glad they had city representatives and pulling cars and all of them there.
The crowd's going nuts. The people can't believe it. It's happening. Oh, my God. This is incredible. Oh, my God. This goes on for 36 seconds. I'm going to let this play out.
Oh, my God, John. I'll join in on the clapping a little bit.
This is what it sounded like. People across the city sending their
Look
congratulations.
what I see. I just found a pencil. Look at this.
A KeyBank pencil. There we go. It's a sign.
KeyBank pencil. Like, come on. So exciting. We brought in all
Amazing.
these people. We all at least thought, hey, we extended the terms of the lease, or we did something.
No, we
with
didn't.
the arena.
We did not extend the lease.
Nope.
That was
It's just the naming.
Pulling cars was in the building.
Yep.
So was City Mayor. I can't think of his name. Wasn't the mayor of Buffalo there?
Yes, I can't remember his name either.
Yeah. No lease news though. But It doesn't sound like it's
Just,
a huge deal, but
Oh, they
Yeah.
made it a huge deal. It was
Just a
a
door
huge
opening.
deal.
it's like we're late to
Just
the punch
Terry
here.
putting on
Like,
a helmet.
we kind of missed the window of all the funny jokes, so it's kind of hard to
Mhm.
relitigate. And so funny. They called
They've
They called a press conference for that. I mean, my God.
They've given us possibly the greatest meme template for the NHL in the upcoming season.
It's easy. It's like
It's so easy. It's gonna
and
be
then Terry
funny.
put on a helmet to like. I think that's the funniest part. Everybody was so caught up in the fact that they had called a press conference to announce a naming rights extension, and then the funny door thing happened. Everybody was so caught up in that. Everybody forgot. Like, they were smiling and laughing as they announced that they had put an ad on their helmets. Like, haha, look at the funny owner wearing a hockey helmet.
You know he's legally obligated by the state of New York to wear that helmet outside the arena too.
That was part of the deal. Yeah.
That was a part of the package.
We're going to see him on a Bills broadcast wearing it one of these days.
Say goodbye to all the sick helmet decals that we once had. Remember the ones for the black and red and for the blue, and they're so nice, man.
It's only
They're all
for
gone.
away games, though, right?
No, the home games is trusted nurse staffing.
Yeah, they had one all
It's
of
been
last
that.
year.
Yeah, it's been that way the past
Yeah.
year. Goodbye. Once they
Yeah.
touch the jerseys, I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna be so pissed. They better not.
Yeah.
Like, the Capitals jerseys are ugly enough, and then they put the Caesars Sportsbook ad on
Hey.
there.
If teams like the big and bad rich Yankees can even have a jersey sponsor, then I'm sure the Sabres can.
Sabres are a prouder franchise. It goes Sabres, Bills, Yankees, and then the rest of the big four sports.
Mm-hmm.
I'm arguing with two Red Sox fans right now. What am I gonna say that's gonna even, you know? Oh, who's backing me up? Let me look behind myself. No one.
Mm-hmm.
My girlfriend's an Orioles fan.
That's tough.
I just can't believe they made such a big deal for that. Like,
Well,
Did they
when
really
I
think that
saw
was
the
gonna
other
go
day,
over well?
I think Tampa Bay extended theirs, and they didn't. It was a tweet. It was
the
hey,
Bills, when they
or no,
changed theirs, they
Tampa
never had
Bay-
a big deal.
Tampa Bay switching from I think Amali to like another company bought the naming rights, and it was
It could have been an email.
Seriously, it could have been an email. Like, it's so funny that it's so performative, and like to an extent, I get it because you know you're making the sponsor feel good. You're really making them feel like they're important. You know, you're hoping that maybe they give them some money to help out with said arena, but it's just very on the nose with this team that is the type
Yeah.
of performative act that they're doing in mid-August. And
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, you're right. You want to make the sponsors feel good. I was listening to SDPN, and they basically had their take on it, and a lot of those guys worked in media, and they agreed. They're like, it's funny, and, you know, you could laugh and point at it, but this is what PR does to get money in the door, to get their sponsors to stay. So it's very routine. But, you know, when it's this franchise, it's just one big punchline.
Yeah. I think it's just the fact that, like, that morning, big news coming, like, it's going to be such a
build
big
up was
deal.
crazy.
Everybody
it was
tune
the day
in.
before, and like
Yeah.
we all knew it was probably going to be something that like we could have guessed was going to happen. But at the very least, we thought maybe we'd get news on the lease. We at the very least, like, hey, if it's arena news, can we get some news on the arena?
Yep.
And you didn't even get that. That's like the other thing. Like, you got naming rights extension, ad, announcements, and that was it.
Well, you gotta hype them up about something, right?
Yeah.
What does Jerry Jones do? He makes sure the Dallas Cowboys are constantly in the media circle, and that is what Terry Pagula is doing. He's keeping the team relevant in the offseason by posting about a naming rights extension.
Is that why he's showing his face so much in the Hard Knocks, too?
Oh, my
Dude,
God. Don't even get me started
I knew somebody
with
was going to
that.
bring it up. I
It's
can't.
a great segue.
He
It's a great
actively,
segue.
like,
Oh God.
He's in it so much. It's look. I'm not gonna act like I'm a avid Hard Knocks, like enjoyer. Like I tune in and year out. There's no way. I'm talking like I was saying the other day. Like I need one of those screen time reports, that you always see in like the big blockbusters. What's his screen time? I think it's in the top. Like
It's gotta be.
It's gotta be top 3. It's absurd.
Yeah, it's just kind of
Poor
funny.
Brandon Bean, man, he follows him like a shadow. It's
It's wild. He's got a babysitting job on top of his GM job.
And I'm just happy, we got an all-time quote.
Oh yeah, the I don't need to micromanage when I hire the right people.
Yeah, when I trust people, so good, so good.
Chef's kiss.
He says that. Says he doesn't need to micromanage when he trusts people, which
He
just clearly means if he doesn't trust Kevin Adams, because if Kevin Adams has to go to Terry Pegula to get approval on trading Yoki Haru for a 4th-round pick, that's the definition of micromanaging.
I think the problem we have is that I know I feel like Terry knows too that he's smart enough to know what he knows and what he doesn't. I'm certain he's doesn't know much about how football schematics work and how.
I still disagree because
You disagree?
Every year I hear, this is probably my one little lifeline to the NFL. Like I hear things about their draft picks leading up, and Terry always has a list. He always has a list of guys. You see him in the meetings. He's writing stuff down. He's taking notes.
Dude, anytime I see that dude with a notepad, I just think of the Jerry Jones one where it's just like him taking a picture and it's just all scribbles on the page. But he obviously
they're showing a clip, and Lancaster represent Joanne Driesen. I just love they left the clip him of forgetting his number, and he's one of the best stories about the team in the past year, and he can't even get the number right, and it's just funny. He's so old, man.
Dude, he obviously thinks he knows hockey. He knows ball in the NHL. The delusion is at an all-time next level just because, I would think if it were me, after 5 or 6 years of not making the playoffs and doing the same thing I usually do, I'd be like, maybe I don't know as much as I think I know. Maybe I don't.
I think it's sometimes
doubling down for the next 8 years.
I think sometimes it flip-flops. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. So that's why you get the Kekalainen hire. I think what he staunchly believes is that the NHL doesn't know, what to, that was the whole thing about the Adams hiring. He was sick of getting bad info. And so he made his own hire. I think that's what it is. He's he doesn't want to be told otherwise by other people. He's doing things his way with his people.
We're here to build a culture. And the culture's damn good.
It's just funny. I mean,
thanks for bringing that up.
He can, he's the owner. He can do whatever he wants. Genuinely, it's not a bad thing.
Hold on. He's owner, CEO, and president.
Well, yeah, that's
the title.
I'm just saying, in general, for the Bills, he has every right to be wherever he wants. It's just, it's so funny when one fan base is probably falling in love with Terry Pegula even more because of Hard Knocks, and then the other fan base is disliking him even more because of Hard Knocks. It's funny how that's working.
Real ball knowers know the true Terry Pegula and how he operates. I will also say, though, right now the Bills are getting absolutely destroyed.
I haven't looked
by
at my
the Bears.
phone. Is it
they're
bad?
They're getting dog walked right now. It is not. Yeah. It doesn't look good at all.
He haven't played any starters, so
yeah, no, it's all backups and second stringers. But Terry, I wonder what his title is for the Sabres. It's probably owner, president, CEO, deer leader, COO, CIO, CFO, ball knower, something like that.
Certified
freak. We're back.
Well, despite the press conference being a nothing burger, there was some actual interesting tidbits shared over the course of the coming days. And it was from COO Pete Guelli going on WGR for a radio hit. And he did drop some interesting stuff. A lot of stuff about the Bills Stadium, obviously, but they did pivot towards the Sabres. So some interesting bullet points from that. Firstly, considering related to the arena lease that we've been referring to. I guess for people that maybe have forgotten, there's reports that, well, it wasn't a report, the Erie County was walking away from being held liable for the arena. They didn't want to have any more money put into it from their point of view, so it kind of turned to the city. But then, the city's still trying to manage their money, so there were concerns they weren't going to be able to pay for the renovations needed and whatnot. So there was a lot of people worried about that. But Guelli did clear it up in this radio spot, saying the arena lease is not really up in September. They can opt out of it if they wish, but they can also let it roll over for the next 5 years. So they have another 5 years to kind of figure things out, and I don't know. We'll see where that lands. It doesn't, I don't feel like the scenarios really change. It's either the city can pay for it or Terry probably has to buy it himself.
Mm-hmm.
Which is also going to be interesting because, as Guelli sort of alluded to, they're probably going to be putting a lot of money into it soon, like major renovations wise.
Well, I think they've already done something. Did they put a new sound system in?
They better have, because they didn't change the seats. The navy blue is still ever present. I don't know. They put else. I mean, people were in the arena. Like, the Google Dolls concert was last week, and it's nothing looked like it changed. So no. It has to be other elements.
If they put a new sound system in, the goal horn better rupture my eardrums when they score a goal. I better feel this sound system, all right? If they didn't change the seats, if they didn't even slap any new coats of paint on anything, I want to be deaf walking out of there, all right? I want to know that my ticket money is going towards something.
Well, Guelli did say that we would be hearing. I mean, this was from August 7th. It's currently August 17th. He said an announcement should come in the next 2 weeks about what was renovated in the arena this summer. But as we sort of alluded to, we don't really, we can't really see if anything changed. You can only guess it would be the sound system. I don't know what else it would be that people wouldn't have noticed last week for that concert. So. Mm-hmm. Should be hearing about it soon. I guess we'll see about that.
I think I saw a picture of someone taking it. They took down, how they had the old stacked speakers that were kind of they're hanging like bananas. I think they took those down and now they're hanging above. Mm. Or maybe that might be the new panels they put up top. Either way, I noticed there was panels, something different.
Somebody tweeted out that the old panels seemingly had been taken down or they were changing them. So.
You mean the panels that sometimes fall into the lower bowl?
I remember being at a game and seeing one of them fall. And I think I was younger, or I don't know. But I remember thinking those weighed a ton, and I'm like, oh my god, somebody's gonna get crushed by them, actually die in front of me.
It's like when the old blimp used to fly around and drop Tim Hortons cups. Yeah, you have a sound panel instead. It's coming down.
Biggest of all that does encourage good things for the arena in the future is that the Sabres did discuss with Populous, who, if you don't know, they were the Bills' stadium architect, about the future of the arena and what does need to be improved, and they were getting feedback about that. So that's good to hear that they went to a third-party source who has a really good track record with stadiums and arenas and got their thoughts. So clearly, it's good to hear they got some feedback about that.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully it gets done.
Yeah. And referring to renovations, he said, some renovations make sense to do now and others make sense to wait for a major, major project to implement those in. Which makes sense, but that I think makes sense, but also means a little bit more waiting game.
Yeah, it's fine. Wait around. Nothing's falling apart or anything. No seats have collapsed. The floor is a nice green color. It's like what's another couple of years?
Mm-hmm.
Just keep waiting. It doesn't. It makes sense to wait, guys. We could wait. Navy blue could stick around for a little bit longer.
That's the thing that just it would not cost that much money to get rid of
Do
navy
you know
blue
how
signs.
many people? You know how many people would actually be
With a
satisfied?
turd burger font.
That would get people hyped. I think that would
It
make
would be-
people more excited than the sound system.
That would be such a small thing they could do, and people would genuinely be so happy. But they just have ignored it. I don't understand it. It's not expensive. It shouldn't even take that long, really. Like I don't know what the excuse is not to do this small thing to make the fan base happy, especially
Good
people like our what.
Good friend of the pod, the Bowen Byron fan account.
Yeah,
I mean,
the Byron fan
it wasn't.
account.
It was about. I think it was like within the first few months. First few months that Guelli joined the organization, he tweeted at him and told him that the logo on Google was still wrong and it's still the navy blue colors. And Guelli attacked that right away. So he knows. He knows.
He
I don't know
does
what they're
know.
waiting for. It's within their power.
It's funny because, like, obviously we see the navy blue all the time. I didn't notice until someone pointed out the numbering on those signs is the old Turd
It's the
Burger
Turd
jersey.
Burger. It's the Turd
font.
Burger font.
It's just hilarious. It just makes it 10 times more funny. No brand synergy anywhere. Well, you know what? I expected out of this arena because the walls were red in the stadium for the longest time, or in the arena for the longest time.
Yeah,
even
once
after they switched.
Even once they switched, yeah.
It took until I think almost when Terry
I think
bought
when Terry
the team.
bought the team, when they did the locker room renovation, and that's when they did it.
That's crazy. But don't worry, the financial ramifications are finally being put to bed because Terry Pegula bought the team. There will be no more breaks. Whatever. I'll live with it.
Guelli went a bit more into arena renovations, and he said their vision, or his vision, was that they would have a broader impact on Canal Side and the waterfront, and be more of like a catalyst for the city. So I'm curious to see what that would be, if they would like remodel the place, the area around the arena. Would they finally do something like with the backside of it that, if you drive around there, walk around there, it looks ugly. It looks kind of ugly. There's nothing really back there. So
It's just a big wall, and then there's like the
there's
Amtrak
the patio.
train.
There's the patio that nobody uses.
The random patio just chilling back there. Some of the stuff's just so funny.
It is. It's just so good.
I'll tell you what, Jonah and I were at a Bison's game last night, and we were saying, the beautiful skyline, of Buffalo, and we said, God damn, that roof looks so good, though. It really
It peeks
brings the
over
whole
the
city
horizon
together.
so angelically.
It's
Yep.
crisp. It's a pristine roof, all right? Top dollar was spent to fix that. I will say the roof,
They
there
killed
was
Jeff
a lot.
Skinner to do that.
They did. And the Jumbotron. That's where his contract went.
Yep.
That's okay. We thank him for his sacrifice.
Smaller news, Goat Head will be worn 15 times this season as well, which I thought it was notable because I think this was like the season they had to renew it. I think the alternates get renewed every 3 years, so it'll be back. No slug return just yet, but soon.
Keep
One
it
day.
dead.
One day. Keep it
Keep it
Shut up.
dead. It's terrible.
It's not terrible.
It's the nostalgia that everyone likes.
Nope.
And I get it.
Nope.
I
Look,
have
I'm
a
the
slug
goat-
jersey.
look, dude, I'm the Goat Head. Like, people only like it for nostalgia. It's different for the slug. It's a good design.
No, it is not.
It is.
It's terrible. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just weird. It is.
your jersey and logo takes are terrible.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Listen, you're getting like
God.
close.
Random-
You're getting You're treading water, all right? Like, the mute button is right in front of me, all right?
He
Disconnect real
randomly
quick.
The Seattle
Randomly
Kraken logo looks
text-
like the Suzuki logo.
Yeah, he randomly texted our chat today. No one's talking. Like, he just says the Seattle Kraken logo sucks. Like,
It does. Standing on business.
Like, this guy. Like, what?
this is what he's not thinking about the Sabres. He's thinking about the Kraken's logo.
I had to let him know. You know what? I don't hate the Slug logo, but it's definitely not one I would be down to bring back full time. You wear it for a year as a reverse retro, like they did with the white goat head. That's fine.
What are your thoughts on the butter knives? Be careful how you answer this question.
They're fine. I have one of those jerseys. I think it's okay, but I think I'd put it in, like, if I was ranking all these, I'd put it next to the Slug logo.
I think they 100% suck. I think it's an awful jersey.
I don't think it's great.
I think it's, like, terrible, awful. It looks like a roller hockey jersey.
It does look like
It
a roller
does.
hockey jersey.
It
I will
does.
admit, but I do like it.
There's been a lot of jerseys in this team.
Mm-hmm.
They got to bring back some shoulder patches, though. It's too blank up top.
I agree. Well, speaking of uniform changes, Guelli did have an interesting note in there. He said there are some things, quote, on the horizon relative to the uniforms that he can't disclose yet.
It's another ad. Round of applause. KeyBank is going on the jersey.
He did say things plural, so I don't know.
Don't touch the jerseys.
It's been 5 years. This will be year 6 since they switched back to royal blue. I mean, it's been a little bit. I think a little. I think it's been long enough where you can revisit the design a little bit. I mean, me personally, I think the aways are gorgeous, dude. You don't have to touch those, but I think the homes could use a little
touch up.
A little more grape, gold piping, shoulder logo.
No,
There's
I agree
some
with
work to be
that.
done there.
Yeah, just a little. Yeah, it's the blue, great blue, but it is a little plain. The whites don't even think about touching those. They're so good.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care to all those people who say, but the striping is opposite.
Yeah, we were talking about.
I'm specifically talking about one person
Yeah, we
who's
were talking
definitely
about-
going to be listening.
Yeah.
But the striping is backwards. It makes it better.
One of our good buddies. It was because Jay Fresh retweeted our one tweet and it had a picture of the jerseys, and he's like, "Man, these jerseys are so good." And we were talking about it in our group chat, and our buddy Derek was like, "Nope, I'll take because the striping is reversed," which he didn't even notice till like a few months ago. He always thought that, like, on the original jerseys, the piping was normal.
Oh.
And they just decided to change it in the 2020 reset. So, dumb reason I hate jerseys. And then lastly, with the stadium being close to completion, everybody's wondering about the Winter Classic. They might not get it in 2028 because the Bills are a good team now. I guess that's kind of one detail we forgot. 2008, the Bills kind of sucked, so didn't have to worry about a January 1st game interfering with that. The NFL scheduling might prevent Buffalo from getting the Winter Classic in 2028, but the Stadium Series is something that they would definitely shoot for. I mean, those games are usually February, I believe, February or early March, so does definitely seem like an outdoor game is on the way in 2028.
Are you implying that we need to somehow make the Bills bad again to get our Winter Classic? Do we trade Josh Allen?
I'm not going to say it.
Chat, we do it?
I'm not going to say it, but I'm not going to not say it.
I like where your head's at right now. We'll revisit this. JP, are you on board?
No comment. The thing is, respectfully, I don't even think a Winter Classic game will hit as much as it did in the Ralph. Because I mean, it's going to be so closed in now. Like, there's gonna be snow flying around. Like, it's really not going to hit the same.
But could you imagine? There's an alternate timeline where we get a Winter Classic game downtown in a dome.
That would be even worse.
Alternate universe.
Has there ever been a Winter Classic game in a dome before?
I would hope not. I would really hope not. It
would make no sense.
That's like
the point is to have it outside.
Yeah.
like that artificial snow that they make it snow at the ski resorts.
They just start dropping like asbestos from the ceiling. Oh, it's
That's what I
snow.
was thinking. So yeah, interesting stuff from that radio spot from Guelli. The arena stuff is encouraging. I mean, I don't know when we'll get the renovations, but sounds like they're at least thinking about it. As soon as the stadium's done, that's probably where the attention goes. All right. Not a lot else to touch on. We did get news the other night. Brett Murray will not be returning to the Sabres organization. And I just have to say, from the bottom of me heart, we'll not miss him. We'll not miss that guy.
Yeah, I know he was a good soldier for the Amerks, and I genuinely mean that. But him being down there led to so much discourse about him being in the Sabres because he's a big guy, even though he's a fake big guy, that it's just
Fake big
probably
guy.
best for him to be gone.
He was a fake big guy.
JP knows real big guys. He's a fake one.
He's a fake one.
Yeah, it was time. Just, how a career works. He's been around for a long time. Basically a career AHLer, had a couple of stints up here, and
Listen, if you can't make,
time to move on.
if he couldn't make the rebuilding Buffalo Sabres, he,
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should have known he was cooked 5 years ago.
Playing Cody Eakin over him and
Oh my
Tobias
goodness.
Reeder. From
Well-
the Amerks point of view, it's a little interesting. He's gone. Mason Jobs, their captain, will not be with the organization. It's going to be interesting to see how they look next season. Very,
Yeah.
Once again, going to be a very young team.
Do any current Amerks, make the opening night roster for the Buffalo Sabres?
There's no spots open.
Well, you can make a spot.
The only one would be Levi, I guess. Not saying it's going to happen, but he would
Levi's
be the
not
only one.
starting up
Really.
here.
Yeah, I'm not saying
He could perform as well as as good as he possibly can in preseason. They will start him in Rochester.
Does Tyson Kozak count?
No, he's a Sabre.
Is he on the NHL roster right now?
He was hurt at the end of the season, so
Oh yeah, he was. No, he doesn't count because I think he'll be up with the team.
all right. I'll throw a little spicy take in there. I wouldn't be surprised if Anton Wahlberg has like a big, preseason.
All right, I like that.
Everybody falls in love with him because he's just a behemoth. Is he a real tough? Is he a real big guy, JP? What qualifies?
I don't
What
know.
are the qualifications? What's a real big
Well,
guy?
I mean, okay. The discourse around Brett Murray was that people thought he had grit and was going to be this checking body that we needed. He's just not that. Wahlberg's not that either, but Wahlberg does use his body to drive in the net. But I feel like Wahlberg, wasn't he kind of a quiet season last year for him?
He's got some things to work on.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the only one realistically is if Roseanne actually has like a good camp.
year
He's
4,
got it,
saying
man.
that.
He's-
I'm not
he's
even
getting-
blaming him.
he's
They just
gotta get
I'm not,
it
I'm
going.
not even blaming him. Like if last year or the year before that were not the year to like, it's insane that given how mediocre they were 2 years ago and how bad they were last season, he has 7 games or I don't know, like 10 games to show for it. It's crazy.
And nothing.
He's a first round
nothing
pick.
in an-
He's
Yeah.
23, 24. This is D+4 season, D+5 season.
And nothing
Like-
in an elevated role. It was always on the fourth line.
And he was,
Um,
I mean, for the first half of the season, he was like the potential MVP of the AHL. Like, what else does he have to do? Does he have to, like, what else is there?
Gotta feel bad for him a little.
I mean, when he's been up here, I understand he's in limited minutes and role, but
How many minutes do you think he's averaging a game?
when
last
he's playing
season?
with the Sabres,
Yeah.
8 or 9.
He was averaging 938 last season.
Yep, sounds about right.
I remember, I think he had like, I don't know. Granted, he only played, what, not even 10 games? He
9
had, like
games
a
last
2 or
season.
3 game stretch where it's like, okay, like, you could tell he has skill, but it's like he wasn't surrounded by anything to really help him. But you're also not really going to elevate him because you're not really going to put him up over anybody. So I don't know. Just kind of.
I don't know. I mean, they don't exactly have a second line left wing, and I'm not saying he should. I'm not saying he should be that guy, but I'm saying like
An opportunity there.
there's worse ideas.
It beats out Quinn.
I don't know. There's so many question marks, which we all know a bunch of question marks is a recipe for a great season, as we've seen in the past few years.
To be fair, Roseanne is kind of more of a playmaker too. So like,
This is true. I mean,
it
it
kind of
definitely is a roster
kind of
need.
does make sense, but given how much actual chances they given him, it's a pretty low chance.
We'll see once training camp
He would
rolls
help our
around. Maybe he'll have a
power
big
play,
camp.
It would definitely help our power play.
I think a skater with no arms and legs would help our power play at this point.
You know who many say would have helped the power play?
Don't say it. Don't say it. I feel like I know what you're about to say.
Brett Murray.
Oh, I was thinking something different. Never mind.
Hey, he was a good net front presence.
I thought you were about to say Patrick Kane.
Oh, God. Boo this man.
You got the boo sound effects. I don't have the boo sound effects.
Boo. I'm looking for it right now. I'll just play with. I don't know.
Just give me the applause.
I'm gonna play this one. Good enough. You know, looking at their Puckpedia page, you know, it's something that like really annoys me, and it's not
What?
Josh. It's not Josh Norris's contract.
Gotta let it go, man.
It's Jordan
Bring it up.
Greenway's contract.
Why?
What line's he playing on next year?
The third, fourth, maybe.
Third or fourth, yeah.
Where would you prefer him to play?
Probably
Well,
the fourth.
if I'm making room for guys, the fourth.
You're paying him
I
$4
mean-
million to play on the fourth line.
Yeah. I mean,
What
the
are they cooking?
McLeod, Greenway, and Zucker line was good, but I also don't know if you want Doan down there. Like, I think
was gonna
you'd
say,
rather
that
have
means
Doan
you're-
on the third line instead of Greenway.
Like, there's no way they're putting Jack Quinn. You can't put Jack Quinn in a fourth line role. So if that's
No.
your third line, he's your second line left wing. That means Josh Doan's playing on the fourth line, which he'd probably be good at. Like, he's probably built for that type of role, you know, sort of. But, you know, then your JJ Peterka forward acquisition from that deal is on your fourth line. He's playing 8 minutes a night.
And he's probably got more upside than Greenway offensively, so put him on that third line with McLeod and maybe let them cook.
I mean, here's the thing, though. We could complain about Jordan Greenway making more than a fourth liner should. We're still under the cap. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Until it becomes a
agree with
problem,
you,
it's
like,
not a problem.
But it doesn't it bothers me, like, it's, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the friggin' Henry Okiharu contract, where it's like, yeah, it's only $3.1 million, but like that could have been allocated elsewhere.
They obviously didn't have
Greenway's
ideas.
actually
so-
good.
Yeah,
Okiharu's
Greenway.
really good.
40 games a year.
Wow.
Greenway isn't Henry Okiharu.
I don't know. I feel like that one's going to annoy me this year a little bit.
We'll see how much of the team is hurt by week
Like,
3.
At least you see the vision with Josh Norris. Like, I mean, I can't say I see the vision, but
Hold
no,
on, I'm seeing
like,
it now.
you want him to be your second line center. I mean, well, actually, the team might want to be the first line center, but you get the idea. You get the idea.
Yeah.
Greenway is in an ideal world, probably on the fourth line.
Yep.
I don't know. Dumb.
Till it becomes a problem, it is not a problem. I couldn't care less, to be honest, until we get to the trade deadline and we're like, oh my God, the Sabres, they might make the playoffs this year. Who are we going to acquire? And then I look at Puckpedia, I'm like, why is Jordan Greenway making so much money on the fourth line? That's when it becomes a problem.
Mm-hmm. Not on the fourth line, on the IR.
Well, if it's on the IR, then you get relief.
Yeah. I mean, having a combined, like, $16 million tied up in Norris, Greenway, and Samuelson. Not the greatest allocation of resources.
Well, is it Terry Pagula's vision or is it Kevin Adams' vision? The world may never know. What are you thinking about, Joan? I can see the wheels turning right now.
I'm just looking at the daily face-off, looking at their projected lines. I shouldn't. I really should. We were talking about Isaac Rosén maybe being in the top 6 like 5 minutes ago.
Let us cook.
God, dude. I do miss them. I miss watching them. I do.
The Sabres?
I miss watching them.
I'm starting to get
I'm
there. Not quite to the point
I'm
yet,
not.
but
You're right. I'm with JP. I'm not there yet, but I'll be there.
I miss the idea of it.
You don't miss the Sabres. Yeah, I don't miss the Sabres. I just miss the idea.
He misses the dream of having a good hockey team.
I know. I mean, we put out a Jack Quinn compilation the other day. We are really in the dog days of the off season right now. How did it feel when you read that stat the other day that says the 22-23 season, they lead the league in 5-on-5 goals? I just want to clarify, that is the single hardest thing to do in all of hockey, by the way.
Yeah.
They do it better than anybody else.
And they're so bad in other ways that they are just, it just drags them down so much. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It is. This franchise, it has to be cursed.
It's crazy how 5-on-5 scoring cannot translate to 5-on-4 scoring. That's the thing that blows my mind. That's the craziest part, too.
How many other teams would have that problem? Lead the league for 3 years. Like, that's a big sample size. That is over 240 games.
I tell you, man, if they figure out the special teams, they could be dangerous.
Good thing
it is crazy.
I do miss the idea of them because there's nothing romantic in my mind about watching Seth Appert's power play for another 80 games.
Right.
Yeah.
He better come out firing this season, otherwise he's gonna keep his job. He's gonna be getting a lot of angry tweets this year. I'm warning him right now.
Seth Appert better watch out because he's going to get a stern talking to if he doesn't do well. Because we know his ass ain't getting fired.
It doesn't matter how much gel he puts in his hair before games. It's not going to hide him from my wrath.
I mean, come on. Like, the hair's immaculate. It is crazy. It's very nice. I will say. I'll give him that. Everything else sucks.
I don't know, man. The money he spends on that haircut could probably buy them another player.
You could probably buy him another franchise.
It'd be funny if he came out this season and he was like getting all self-conscious about his age. He just starts coming out all black. He just dyes it every game.
Like jet black, like Seagal.
Yeah.
Steven Seagal black.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. We're so mean to this guy.
Yeah, I know. It is all in good fun, but once the season starts, once the season rolls around, it's not fun. Then it becomes a pain.
What else is there to talk about?
Dahlin ranked 7th.
Dahlin's ranked 7th.
Yeah.
The disrespect. I hate Victor Hedman so much. I hate him.
Look, I love the player. It's weird that I don't even think the ranking is necessarily wrong, but it's so weird Zach Werenski is getting like the big push into like the upper echelon of the defensemen after like one really great like one Norris worthy season when
Mhm.
like Dahlin. I think Dahlin had like a similar trajectory in 22-23, and came in like 8th place in voting that season, and then NHL ranked him like 8th. And I forgot they ranked him 11th overall last year for defenseman. He jumped this year.
It's the effect of playing for a bad team. What else is there to say? He's got no playoff track record, and it's unfortunate. It is, because he's a better player than they rank him.
Mm-hmm.
And Victor Hedman, old man Hedman, who I started hating on during the Four Nations because he was so bad.
I was actually surprised, considering he actually had a good season for once, that they dropped him 2 spots. Because he was 3rd last year, I think.
He was so bad during the Four Nations.
He was terrible.
I was so pissed off that they kept playing Dahlin behind him, and they were giving him all the minutes.
As crazy or as privileged as it is to say, like, oh man, having the 7th best defenseman, or having him called the 7th best defenseman in hockey, is a bad ranking. Dude, they ranked Adam Fox outside the top 15. That's absurd. That's legitimately
absurd.
like that's legitimately if they put that guy won a Norris 5 years ago. That's legitimately like if they did Dahlin dirty like that.
That's insane. I don't know. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but the NHL's is wrong.
I agree. What else? I don't know.
I mean, wasn't there a little conversation about Tuch?
Yeah. I mean, I guess we could talk about Chad's article the other day, which, I don't know, it wasn't exactly fun stuff to discuss, but I guess we can touch on it briefly. I mean, we can start with Tuch. I mean, it seems like they think they can get it done, and that he is interested in sticking around, but it's tough. Like, I feel like he should be like a layup to sign, and it's not a layup because of what's transpired and what they've done this offseason. Like, what's going through your mind if you're him right now?
It's like, do I want to waste away here?
Yeah. I don't know.
He's one of the most valuable pieces of this team. They need to get this done. You see how important he is to the defensive side of their game, and that's what they're trying to build. He is your number one. He is far and away the best penalty killer on this team. Easily.
Disagree.
The poke check he has, that poke check move that he uses, is just...
There's someone better.
Never
I'm sorry,
seen
but
anything
you're
like
wrong. There is somebody better.
Who is it?
Who do you think?
Jordan Greenway?
The perfect hockey player.
Oh, okay. Well, him, Ryan McLeod, and Alex Tuch are a fantastic first power play duo as forwards. Throw whoever you want on the back end. For all I care, you could have thrown Connor Clifton and Jacob Bryson back there.
Yeah. Samuelson and Clifton.
Oh, man, Samuelson. Sometimes I forget he exists.
While we're on the whole extension conversation, I said when it was, I think I said it in an episode like a month ago, if they walk into next season and Zach Benson is not extended, it will be maybe their worst move of the offseason, and it's not even like a move.
It would be costly.
It will cost them.
Price is going up.
It could cost them upwards of $4 million. Like, I know it's crazy to think of. Like, I know it's crazy to say now, but is it crazy to say that if Zach Benson has like a 20-goal, like 50 assist season, like if he has 70 points, is it crazy to think that a max extension next summer could be close to $9 million? Maybe more. Like a little bit over.
Rising cap.
Jameson, if a 20-year-old winger has 70 points next season and helps Tage Thompson, let's say he helps Tage Thompson hit 50 goals. If a 20-year-old does that, you'd think it's crazy that maybe he could bargain for $9 million?
I don't know.
I feel like we had this conversation with Peterka a little bit.
We definitely did have this conversation with Peterka and even Quinn last year.
I feel like
they're not going to extend Benson. Like, I don't know why you. I'm not saying you have this hope, but they didn't do it with Peterka or Quinn last year. They're not going to do it with Benson right now. Like, I'm like 100% sure of it.
They should. And you're right. I think JP's right. It's not something this organization does. They don't get ahead of the game ever.
Well, they did, and it.
Well, you know what?
With
Tage, they did.
It was with.
Well, they did
Tage,
it, and then they
Cousins
signed
and Sammy.
They signed one bad contract. Because I don't think they perceive Samuelson as a bad contract. That's why he's still on the friggin' roster. But they signed one bad contract with Cousins, or not bad, but like, it didn't.
Just didn't work out.
Didn't live up to
expectations. It didn't turn out to a Tage level contract, and I think it, burned them. And I don't think Luukkonen took a step back this offseason after giving him the big money. If playing on the there's no competition. With Zach Benson has to compete with Jason Zucker, and that's it. And who else is on the left side? There's Jordan Greenway, and there's Jack Quinn. That's it. Mm-hmm.
2 unks and the kid who lives on Elmwood.
I mean,
that's who he has to compete with.
Stankoven, as much as I hate the Hurricanes, he was great for them in the regular season, and then he was phenomenal in the playoffs. What did he sign for? 6.2? Dude, you could get Zach Benson possibly, probably not. Buffalo tax and whatnot. Under 6 for 8 years in a rising cap. That will be worth $3 million in his prime. What are we doing here?
Like I said, man, they never get ahead of the most of the time. Since
I'm
the Cousins stuff, they have
I'm gonna
not
keep beating
given
the
ahead
drum
of
on
the
this
curve.
because this is just brain dead.
I think if he absolutely pops off, yes, they will try and extend him in season. But
what if Tuch isn't? But then, this is the thing. What if Tuch carries into the season? They're going to be so concerned about that, and then this 20-year-old might be killing it.
Is it possible to multitask in this environment? Do they know what that word means?
Man. Well, I don't even know if I want to get into this article because it's all negative stuff. I feel like we're just continuing along the negative train, and it's nothing it's just more of the same. They didn't, they don't know what they're doing. They can't decide. They didn't know if they wanted to fire Adams, or they weren't going to fire him. Actually, that's written in stone here. He was not going to be fired. They were just going to move him to a different position and give the job to Yarmo. But last second, nope, we're keeping Adams. And then Ruff, I guess he had the power to change the coaching staff. But if you're him, you're probably I just spent a whole year with them. What am I going to do? Shuffle in whole new coaches and start this process all over again?
I think Ruff just needs to take more of a control of what his assistants do. I know it's not conventional, but I mean, you can obviously see if something's not working, and if Lindy has full reins, I'm knowing how tenured of a head coach he is, he should be able to just be like, hey, you got to change this up.
I love Lindy, but I don't know if it was when we were getting word he was getting roster decision making. It's what? He's the coach. Let's not give him all the reins. It's eerily reminiscent of Ralph Kruger, circa 2020, when he was, making roster decisions and got Chris Taylor fired. And
oh yeah,
you don't want to give your head coach too much power,
right?
So I don't know, and it just seems they just don't have any direction. So I guess the biggest note in there is that it seems like all the coaches and management's contracts are up next year.
Perfect.
Maybe
Might
aside
be crazy
from Yarmo
year next year. if things don't go well, this organization
everybody's
is
gone.
going to explode.
What do you think? What do you think it would have to take? Like, is there a playoff miss that would make people okay with the season?
I don't think so. Respectfully, I do not think so.
I don't think so unless, like, for whatever reason, our conference is just nuts this year and we have, like, 96 points and we don't make it or something. That would be the only thing I could think of, but overall, no.
People want the playoffs, man. They want results. Everyone's sick of waiting around.
Yeah.
What do you think? Because I feel like, if they hit 96, if people are still upset, I don't think the organization would be. They'd probably think, well, it's a playoff year any other season. What do you think?
Probably, yeah.
If they have, let's say, like 88 points, do they flip the switch? Can everybody?
I think they at least make some organizational change. You're just back to square one again.
I'm talking about. I think we're talking about like the scorched earth scenario here. Like, let's say,
I think
rough. I feel like Ruff is just done no matter what. I just feel like he retires or does something else after that. Like, that's gonna be that's probably like the sneaking storyline throughout all of this is like, what is Ruff's future? I mean, he's kind of a lame duck head coach. He doesn't have a contract extension. So
yeah, I think in that scenario, I think almost in any scenario where we don't make the playoffs, a nuke goes off in the Sabres front office, and it's going to be
I agree
organization turnover. A player or two might like to man a trade. They need to do good this season, and that's partially the reason why I was so upset with this offseason. Like, this is it. Like, they basically need to make it this year, or Terry Bagula is going to get the chance to hire another general manager and another head coach, and I don't know if we want to give them power to do that.
Who's running the Harbor Center right now? I should talk to that guy.
I don't know. They're sorely understaffed from what I hear, so might not be anybody. What else is there to touch on? Anything else, really?
Anything in the NHL that's happened? I just keep seeing those rumor accounts all over Twitter, and none of them are right ever. I'm like, why do I follow any of you? I'm gonna start blocking people.
Remember when? Who's our guy? Who's the famous?
Roger Hicks.
Roger Hicks was saying, was it the St. Louis trade, the Byram for like
Byram to
Parayko?
St. Louis is imminent.
It's done. Like, it's literally done. He like posted a whole thing on his Substack and everything.
Oh man, just throwing darts at a board.
Well, I can give a little update on the Drought Iceberg. It is coming along. Unfortunately, well, let me preface this by this. You guys saw the post. How many entries do you think were on there?
The original post before there was all the other stuff, I would say probably like 100 something. I was gonna say
like 100.
Okay.
Yeah, like 120.
So, I don't know about the original post, but I can tell you now, there's 230 entries.
Oh my god!
Are you gonna break this up into multiple videos, or is this just gonna be one 8-hour-long video?
I have accepted the facts. I've accepted defeat. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be ready before the start of the season.
I don't think it ever was. even if it was at 100.
No, I guess. I think there was just a part of me that thought, like, if I really worked my ass off for a month, I could get it done. And I think maybe if I did it every day, maybe it was possible. But
how many?
I like to enjoy my life a little bit. Especially, I like to enjoy the nice weather.
How long is this video going to be?
So it's.
I was about to ask that, yeah.
So, oh man, I don't even know. So, I can say this. So, I've recorded all the narrations for the first tier. I'm done with the narrations there. So now it's gonna go into the editing process, and that I want to be. My goal is this: 1 tier a month. Can I do that?
Okay.
I'm hoping I can do that. So I want to get the first tier done by the end of the month.
Do you want to
And
release
there's-
these in tiers?
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
I
think
agree
that's
with
the way
that.
to do it.
Mhm.
I think it just slowly over time, tier by tier, and I think what was there 8 tiers? So
Dude, when you get to the bottom, the dark, oh no, it's gonna get
you know
bad.
what the worst part is? I still think of entries. Like every day, I'm like, I have to add that. I have to add that in. Like, dude, today I woke up literally, weirdly, one of like the first thoughts when I woke up, I was like, oh my god, Zemgus Girgensons had a rap song made about him. I have to add that in. That's like basic Drought knowledge.
Are you
So it's like an
Are you going to be
ever-growing
inserting
list.
like clips or stuff for some of these?
Look, it's going to be like a drought. It's a drought. It's a drought video. It's like any drought video when you'd go on YouTube.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't know. The wristo hitting the boards. Like, are you going to insert that in there too? Well,
You're going to see it. I mean, I can't just
well,
just
that's
describe
what I mean.
it. You have to see
for like
it.
all of
and you
them.
have to hear it.
Even Ryan O'Reilly losing his love for the game, or like, are you going to be inserting?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I'll try to like. I think interviews are like fair game. It's gonna be tough for like clips from games, like with audio and everything. But it falls under fair use if I'm still talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that stuff. But I've accepted defeat. We will be doing it. Each video will be by tier. Or by yeah, right. They're called tiers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So definitely I should be able to get the first tier done by the end of the month. And hopefully we'll just do one tier as we go. And I want to see how many tiers there are, because I think if I do a tier a month, I think I'll be done with it. I'll be done with it by next summer.
Respectfully, I still think you're being ambitious, because once the Sabre season gets started and they're playing 3 or 4 times a week, there's 3 or 4 nights you're not going to be working on stuff. You have school too, so
I have my weekends.
That
back,
is true.
which is nice. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jesus Christ. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh my
9,
God. Yeah,
10
like-
tiers.
Oh
10
my
months.
God!
So I'll be done by
Don't
I'll be
put
done by
too
June
much
of next
pressure
year.
on yourself with this timeline.
Next season.
Aim for like end of next year or something. Like, I think 1 a month. Like, that seems crazy.
Oh my God, dude!
It shouldn't
The
take
people
that
listening to this,
long.
the people
shouldn't-
listening to this are gonna be like, "I thought I was gonna see this video. It's gonna take forever."
Yeah. Yeah, it turns out there's a lot of notable moments throughout this drought. Well, I think also, I mean, there was 25 entries for the first tier. And I think that's the most of any tier. Like, I'm looking at the second tier now. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it is about the same. I think it's doable. I do think it's doable.
Gonna have any guest speakers on?
So, yeah, I'll bring in John Vogel to talk about Jonas Johansson.
The log line.
Yeah. It's funny going through history. Like it's funny going through history. Like, for example, like I did the O'Reilly entry, and I was like digging through a Buffalo News article about it, like the big one. And it was just funny, like it linked to, there was a video at the bottom, and it was John Vogel was in it. He was talking to Mike Harrington, and they were like, man, like I can't believe he, like, that it was some shocking stuff about what O'Reilly said today. And it's just funny. It's like a time capsule. It's funny to go back and revisit some of these.
Funny or depressing?
Both.
It's kind of, it's both. Yeah. Depends on the entry. So, sorry to disappoint, folks. If you were expecting a cohesive 5-hour video to be done by the start of the season, it's probably not going to happen.
Can't wait
But
for you to be
we
adding
forgive.
stuff
There's your update.
from this season too.
That's like what
Yeah.
I'm worried about. Like, can they please, if they break the drought, this season doesn't count.
It's true.
Nothing from this
That's
season
right.
will count
Point.
for the Iceberg.
Great.
Correct.
point.
So
So
if
then
it
what's your
does-
cutoff? Like, are you going to be putting in the KeyBank name extension in? or is it like at the start of next season?
Yeah,
Well, that's
I feel
what
like
I mean.
I have to.
What's-
Actually, I don't even know if I put that on the list. I might have to add. No, I
I
did.
think
it was
you
definitely
need
on
a
there.
cutoff date until the Sabres.
Nothing now. Nothing. I'll make it the KeyBank, naming rights.
Okay.
That can be
Nothing
the
after
official
that.
end of the drought.
Until the Sabres miss the playoffs again this
All
year.
right.
And then we'll have
Yep.
20 more entries to put in.
I know. There's so many from this past season too. That's the
Yeah.
funny part. So, there's your update.
I feel like you might even have to put in the Terry Bagula micromanage quote.
That's not a Sabres thing. I mean, it is a Sabres thing, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean. All right, what big projects are you guys working on over the next year?
Hey,
this-
I'm building,
for this brand?
hopefully building a podcast studio. So
You are. This is true.
hopefully.
This is true.
Podcast studio.
The TSR chamber will be.
Yeah, I
Ready
still
to
haven't walk through my eventual space. I hope to have as the studio, but hopefully I'm able to do something.
Christian, what about you? What life-changing of events are you hooked on to?
I'll shoot some in arena content. Maybe I'll do the 3-3-3 challenge.
Well, you were telling
I
us.
was gonna say,
JP, you go first.
Jonah and I are doing something for the betterment of the brand. Christian's doing something to torture himself for the betterment of the brand. for the fans.
For the betterment of the brand. I live and breathe for this stuff, guys.
Well, here's just something we could spitball. Kristen, you were telling us before the pod you are unfortunately not renewing your season tickets, which understandable. JP and I, as for our family, our package, we don't have the home opener scheduled. So, should we live stream the home opener?
I thought you're not available.
Ooh, all right. You got an idea. There's an idea.
I can make myself available.
I don't know. I
Jonah
might want to
Aarons
go
is
to
a
that,
busy
even
man.
though we don't have tickets.
When's the home opener? The 5th?
I'm like I said.
That might be a game
Just
where I buy tickets
hypothetical.
to.
Well, we'll put a pin in it. We'll put a pin in it.
We'll put a pin in it.
We'll put a pin in it.
We'll just have Christian react. Me and you will go to the game, and Christian can live stream.
I'll sit at home and I'll drink 3 beers and eat 3 hot dogs. Good stuff.
Christian getting yelled at by his girlfriend to be quiet for 3 hours.
It's like, hey, shut up. It's telling me to shut up. I'm just yelling at my TV.
Why does it smell like blue moons out there?
It is a weeknight, all right? Get to bed.
All right, I think we've gone on long enough for an August episode here. I guess one more announcement. I guess if anybody was wondering if we were going to do the division preview series this year again, we are. It actually starts this week. We were going to last week, but JP decided to go to the Erie County Fair, so kind of had to push that off.
All right. I was also running on 4 hours of sleep that night. I would have passed out during the pod
This is true. JP was out there networking
in St. Louis.
I don't even know.
Yep.
St.
In
Louis.
He was networking with, see if we can get any sponsors for next season.
He was talking to Keith Kachuk.
Yep.
He's still
Cover
probably
athlete.
in St. Louis. Yeah.
Yep. And we also should have TSR Jeopardy coming up soon, so
We will be recording TSR Jeopardy. I have to defend my title. See if Christian can break
Yep.
his drought.
God, I haven't won. Maybe I could do it this time.
So yeah, a lot of stuff coming. Now that the summer break is, we still got I think the Prospects Challenge will be this weekend next month.
Mhm.
So we're about a month away from things ramping up. 'Cause I think it's a month from now. It'll be this weekend, so that means usually they play on the Monday, and then I think training camp opens on Tuesday. So I think we're a month out from training camp.
It'll come up fast.
I'm ready to get hurt again.
Especially when
We're
the
getting
NFL
there.
season's starting, the Sabres season's going to come up quick on us.
Almost there. All right. Won't keep you folks around any longer. If you made it to the end, thank you very much for listening. If you want to follow us on Twitter, be sure to follow us at the Sabre Report. Also on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at the Sabre Report. If you listen to this on YouTube, thank you for listening. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Also tell us what you thought down in the comments down below. I mean, we did, JP reads the comments. So if you have anything to say,
I do.
you will see them.
I enjoy
For
the,
better or
the
for worse.
interaction.
JP does read the comments.
Well, usually on Twitter. I think Jonah reads the comments on YouTube more.
No,
No,
JP reads all the
read
comments.
everything. All right.
Bring him on.
Yep.
He invites the challenge. And if you want updates for the pod, follow us at Sabre Report Pod on Twitter. Bills have begun their preseason games. Opening the home opener is just a few weeks away, so be sure to go give our friends over at the Buffalo Sports Talk podcast a listen as they talk about all the storylines surrounding the team heading into the season. A few weeks ago we did do our Buffalo Sports Jeopardy with those guys, and that was a fun episode. So if you're in the need of more Buffalo sports content, that was a fun episode to record. Me and Christian went up against Ryan Hagan and Max Molino of BST. So be sure to give them a listen if you haven't already. All right. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for listening once again. Take care. And as always, go Sabres.
Go Sabres.
Go Sabres.